Zach, what you were up against tonight, it seemed like they played defense in a similar way that makes the Jet defense so good, right? Dropping 7, rushing 4, getting pressure on the quarterback. How hard did they make it on you guys tonight?
Yeah, you got to give them credit. They did a good job. It was tough, man. I felt like we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. Too many self-inflicted wounds. I think everyone was just kind of taking turns, so we got to find a way to be more efficient.
How hard has it been with all the injuries on the offensive line as well?
It's tough, but I know those guys in there are battling, man. I got absolute 100% trust in those guys no matter what, man. I got to find a way to be better for those guys always, and it's a whole thing as an offense. It's all of us, so we got to find a way.
And as loud as this locker room was last week, it's that quiet this week. How do you deal with kind of the roller coaster of these emotions, knowing that you're 4-4, you're right in the middle of this thing still?
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. It's a roller coaster. The season always is. The NFL is tough. It's tough to get wins in this league, and you got to be perfect out there. You got to find a way to be as efficient as possible, and we got a short week, so we got to move on. We got to learn from this. We got to get healthy and get ready for next week.
And final question: learning from it, how? Like, what are the biggest things you think this offense needs to improve upon from here to next week, especially?
Yeah, self-inflicted wounds. I think honestly, really, it starts there. How do we not shoot ourselves in the foot? How do we stay ahead of the sticks? How do we get in the red zone and score? We took 2 sacks there. I can't do that. I got to find a way to get rid of the ball, something, and I think that'll take care of it. Really, we're going to watch this film, and all we got to do as offense is keep climbing, keep trying to get better one day at a time.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
Here with CJ Mosley. CJ, as the captain of this team, what was your message to the guys in the locker room?
When you have a bunch of veterans, a bunch of young core guys like we have, it wasn't much for me to say. It was understood as soon as the clock hit 0. It's the word is like the better team won, but at the end of the day, when you turn the ball over, when we don't get the ball back on defense to create opportunities for our offense, we don't do the right things on special teams. When you don't play a good game collectively in the NFL, the chances you win are very low. So it's a lot for everybody to look at. We got humbled today. They came in our house and they beat us. So we got to take that on the chin and get healthy and get ready for next week. We got another big AFC game next week.
Obviously, without watching the film, I'm asking this question, but what do you feel like, or how do you feel like the defense executed its game plan?
For the most part, I think we did really well. We was confident going into our game plan. I feel like our defensive line did a good job, getting Herbert out of the pocket of, moving him around. But they made the plays they needed to. We got to get some turnovers, especially a game like this when things weren't going our way. We had our chances to get the ball, but we didn't get the right balance, so we couldn't get on it. But it's a learning lesson, like I said. We got humbled, which is not a bad thing. So let's look at the tape just like we've been winning. Let's make sure we keep this thing going and get that sour feeling out of our mouth.
Why is being humbled not a bad thing in your opinion?
It just keeps you grounded. You never want to get too high when you're winning. You don't want to get too low when you're losing. So the same mindset, the same steps we took the past 3 weeks when we've been really successful, let's keep that same grind, when we're down. So, we've been in this situation before. These type of games, especially November, is going to make next month relevant. So it was a tough way to start November, but we got 3 more to go. We got to get healthy. Like I said, got a quick turnaround going to the West Coast. So let's do the reverse Uno card and let's go get a win on the other side.
Awesome, CJ. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here with Quinton Jefferson. Quinton, what was Coach's message to you guys after the game?
You can't have all those self-inflicted wounds and expect to win. We just kept putting ourselves behind the 8 ball with just our own mistakes. It's like we were playing against ourselves and the Chargers. We just made it hard for ourselves, and we just dug ourselves a hole. It was just too deep to get out of, But the good thing about this league, we get this, we learn from it, we get an opportunity to come back, bounce back next week, man. So that's why I'm grateful for to play this game, because you get to bounce back and improve on your mistakes.
How do you fix those mistakes in a short week when you guys are on the road in Vegas next week?
A lot of it's just looking in the mirror and just internally just being disciplined. That's what it comes down to, man. Just watch this film and just look on the things because it's the small details, the little things that, like I said, lead to explosive, leads to putting teams in good field position, or you get a big play and it comes back and just kills all the momentum. So it's a lot of just self-reflection and, we wash this and let's move on to Vegas.
I know you had a sack today. What would you rate the defense's game overall?
I don't think, because our job is to stop people from scoring, which we allowed them to score twice on us, and we didn't get any turnovers. We get a turnover, I feel like that flips the whole momentum. So, our job is we get paid to stop them and to create turnovers. So we didn't do enough.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Quinton.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Open your BetMGM app to claim your 50% live odds boost. Only at BetMGM, the king of sports books. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 years of age or older to wager. New Jersey and New York only. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire in 7 days from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY in New York or text HOPE-NY 467369 in New York or 1-800-GAMBLER in New Jersey.